Let's see. It's got to be around here somewhere. 212, 228, 223. Ah, here it is.
Two Cat Kitchen. It's time for us to pitch in and start another Two Cat show. Down at the Two Cat Kitchen, we're starting on a mission to put you in the culinary know. We've got the finest recipes you ever will find, guaranteed to show you all a mighty fine time here at the Two Cat Kitchen. Time for a new edition of the Culinary Two Cat Show. The Culinary Two Cat Show.
Welcome to the Two Cat Kitchen, the show that mixes musical mayhem with culinary calamity. Rick McKinney is here to help with the mixing.
Hey everybody, welcome to the kitchen.
Each episode features a new song, a brand new recipe, and a special musical guest. Who's our guest today?
Today we have singer, songwriter, and guitarist extraordinaire, Doug Wilder.
Can't wait for that. Every show also features an informative segment. What do we have for the people today?
Today we have the Two Cat Theater, and it's the exciting conclusion of the radio play, the Raton Rojo.
Hey, I hear something. Is that the Coconotes?
I think so. Let me check. I'll be right back.
Hey, what did you find out?
Well, it's them, all right. They're just back from their Jamaica tour. Not sure how it went, but I do know they were able to visit their Jamaican mountain home.
They have a mountain home?
Evidently.
Great.
Yeah, and not only that, but they've got a song for us about their visit. Let's check it out.
There's a place that's far away in that little mound of clay that recalls to me the days of long ago, where I sat on Bunny's knee and he talked of Whalers 3. How I love that voice that echoed sweet and low. For he will always linger, I can see him day by day, as he sat there in that little cabin home. Though the house done blown away, and the fields of sleep are gray, I remember my Jamaica mountain home. Oh, I'll bow my head in sorrow, for I know we'll meet tomorrow in that little mound of clay there in the hills. I'm going back and build a shack by that little mound of clay. I'm going back and build a shack in Jamaica hills far away. His life was sweet to me, just as sweet as it could be. In his heart there was a Rastafari reign. From the little mound of clay, he will guide me day by day, and I'll never roam the distant hills again. In one love that lives forever, he reminded me to never take advantage of the weak ones of our day. We'll be better off, it seems, on the mountain of our dreams, when we meet there in the shadow of the clay. Oh, I'll bow my head in sorrow, for I know we'll meet tomorrow in that little mound of clay there in the hills. I'm going back and build a shack by that little mound of clay. I'm going back and build a shack in Jamaica hills far away.
We're back at the Two Cat Kitchen, and we're here with today's special musical guest. It's Doug Wilder. Doug, thanks for joining us here on the kitchen.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Great, yeah, thanks. And so tell us, what have you been up to lately musically even?
Well, I've been playing a lot of gigs at retirement homes. You know, I'm
Oh,
new
no
to
kidding.
new to the professional gigs. That was how I cracked into it.
Wow.
My friend said, "Hey, you know, great way to get started. Why don't you give it a try?" I was like, "All right."
Wow.
So after one, you know, I said, let me go shop it around. Then I figured I, you know, could use that as a leg to stand on when I called another place and said, "Hey, you know, I play at retirement homes and you might be interested in having me." You know, "Oh, you do?" Yeah.
Okay.
You're in
So-
the circuit.
Yeah, exactly. Once you get the first one's the hardest, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then truthfully, I mean, that's how it worked. So I got, you know, a handful of those, and then you can call other places and say,
Sure.
"Hey, I've been playing out,
Yep.
you know, and
Yeah.
would you like to?" So restaurants and bars and stuff, and you know, spiritual ceremonies, things like that on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yoga retreats, meditation retreats, stuff like that. Yeah, it's been good. It's going well.
Oh,
I'm
that's
enjoying
cool.
it. Yeah.
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 So tell us about what kind of music you do.
I
if you can
guess-
describe it.
I guess, you know, if I had to describe it, I've been loving the reggae music lately, really feeling drawn to reggae music. There's something about it. I love the uplifting nature of it. It just it feels like a positive mood to me, you know. It's always kind of like it just has that feeling to it. So yeah, I'm drawn to reggae. I write some reggae music, and then I've always liked folk music and stuff like that, so I do some of that too. And I guess, yes, you could say, you know, there's little reggae and folk influences in my music. That's
Nice.
sort of
Yeah, that's fantastic.
that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. That's a
like
great base for
I like it.
a
Yeah.
musical style.
Yeah.
And how does that go with the retirement home? Did it well
Yeah,
received?
they don't
or-
like it so much. You know, I found that at first they did, because they were like, "Oh, this is cool. This is passion. You know, we can
Yeah.
hear it and relate to it." But really, what they want, I found, is the classics. They
Yeah.
want the Johnny Cash and John Denver and the Eagles and all that.
Yeah.
So that's okay. You know, I've recently kind of made that discovery that the originals really, I'd slip them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I would slip one or two in, and then I'm just realizing that they really weren't going over that well
Right.
in that environment. So that's okay. You know, I'm still kind of making sense of that. But for now, I'm fine playing the covers. I love it. You know, I love music. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, and I grew up listening to all that stuff when I was a teenager anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool with me. And then I find, you know, we got other areas where I can play my original music, and it's more well received, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually doesn't pay. but
Well,
not
it
yet.
sounds like you got to do a little what you got to do in order to do what you want to do,
That's
right?
what it is.
Yeah.
You got it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to do it full time.
Right.
You know, you can't turn down a gig. You can't turn down a paying gig. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
definitely not. Yeah.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And you're pretty much playing alone. You're not with a
Yeah.
combo at all, or
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Primarily
good.
alone. Yeah.
And when you started your kind of solo work, were you prior to that? Were you playing with bands, or has it always been a solo?
No, it's always been a solo thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I've been doing it since I was 10. You know,
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
And just been doing it
Yep.
since then.
Kind of kept you off the street corner and
Pretty
out
much.
of trouble.
Pretty much. Yeah, and I just kind of did it. I said
Mm-hmm.
I love music, and I'll just keep working at this, chipping away, and it's changed so much over time, and now it makes me so happy. You know, it's
Yeah.
my favorite thing in the world, playing
Sure.
music. So
That's great.
yeah, so
Yeah, I
I'm
think
like,
that's the same with us. I think
the same
too.
with you guys?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for you, but
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me it is.
Yeah.
it is.
It's it's
high up there.
you're a performance artist,
Right.
and being a performance artist, you want to perform. You know, that's when you get that interaction with the audience, and you feel the energy coming
That's
back,
it.
and it makes you want to keep doing it. Right? It gets a
Yeah.
little bit addictive. you
Yeah,
know?
it does.
That's fun.
It does. Yeah, it's special.
Yeah.
You know, it feels really good
Yeah.
to have that feedback and to connect with the people in a different way.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're speaking a language that
You bet.
that you only know in that time, right?
Yeah.
You guys know what we're talking about? Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
Meet
you
me-
know, and that's
meet me in
fun.
the middle.
Yeah, meet me in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Which is really neat, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Yeah.
So, did you ever study guitar or voice professionally, or take lessons? How did you kind of get it all going?
You know, I took a few lessons when I was probably, 12, something, just to learn a couple chords.
Yeah,
And that was it. Once I had a few chords, I was off and running.
keep
and
going.
Yeah, just ran with it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now you're doing a bunch of original material.
Yeah.
You mentioned.
Yeah.
How long you been writing, and have you been, publishing any of it, or?
Yeah. I got one song on Spotify
Yeah.
now, so it's under Doug Wilder. If anyone wants to find it on there.
Yeah.
Take the Power Back. Yeah, but I've been writing since the back of math class in school when I should have been paying attention. Yeah, just writing poems and stuff like that, and for whatever reason I was drawn to hip hop and stuff like that when I was a teenager. Something about, they say rap stands for rhythm and poetry. Someone made that up, or it's true. I don't know. Either way,
Yeah.
I think that's what drew me in. Right?
Yeah.
It's got why I was drawn to those messages. I don't know. Maybe I was just rebelling, being a teenager or something. But yeah, the rhythm and the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. I like this. You can talk about your feelings and stuff and make it rhyme, and it's kind of like a game. And I was like, I could get into that, and then learn a couple more chords on the guitar and start to put it together. So, yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Sounds like a lot
Wow.
of fun.
Rhythm and
Yeah.
poetry, I had never heard that, but it makes a lot of sense.
Sure does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now the reggae part of that, you mentioned that there's been a little bit of a reggae influence in your work recently. Yeah, how does that come in? Where did you start? Like, when did that hit for you? And what was the artist that you were listening to that kind of helped you, make that connection? Because it's a solid connection right now. I hear a lot of folk musicians, and somewhere in their repertoire is definitely something that feels like rootsy reggae,
Right.
Like roots reggae kind of style.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting that a lot of young musicians
It's
are
prevalent, isn't it?
bringing that in to their work.
Yeah.
How did it hit you? How did you get there?
Man, I mean, I guess I don't know. I've seen some great reggae artists, and it really just it kind of just spoke to me. Like it was I mean, seeing these guys on stage, and Clinton Ferron, I saw him live, and it was just special, really special.
Yeah.
You know, I said, wow, these guys are doing something. It's more than I knew music could do. You know, that's what kind of opened my eyes to it. I was like, oh, we're not just listening to music, You know, I feel like a different person, a better person after this concert I just
That's
went
great.
to.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, like I want to learn more about that. You know,
Yeah.
I want to do that so other people can come and have that same experience at a show I do or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So the reggae, I don't know if it's just, you know, I'm predisposed to the certain vibe that reggae has or something, or what it is, but you know, I respond well to it. I like it. Yeah.
It's kind of, reggae's kind of spiritual, I think, but not in a traditional sense. It's like well, it's a different type of spirituality, I think, but definitely something to latch onto there.
100%. Yeah. It is. I mean, there's a lot of reggae's about resilience and rising up and empowering yourselves, right? And standing up for your rights, right? And things like that. So I definitely resonate with that message, you know, like, let's see what we can do, right? You're kind of floating around on this rock, and and it reached a point for me where I was like, all right, you know, I want more out of life. I feel like there's more out of life, so let me search for it. And the music, you know, would kind of go hand in hand with that. It's kind of uplifting, and you hear it and you say, oh, you know, I think there's other people doing the same thing I'm doing. And that's encouraging.
Yeah.
You know, that is encouraging. I've benefited so much, and I believe so much in the power of community and connection with others. And music is a great facilitator of bringing people together. Hey, we're going to have a little show and some music, and you know, it's a great way to get people together so that the magic can unfold.
And it's a very communal music.
Yes.
You know, reggae. So it really creates that sense of community, and I don't know if it's the rhythm or just the vibe or the culture that travels with it.
Right.
But it does kind of bring people together.
Yeah,
you're right
it's
about that.
fairly simple a lot of the times, you know, comparatively speaking, I'd say. So I think that's inviting for a lot of people. They say, oh, like, I could grab a shaker and now I'm in the band.
Yeah, that's true.
I can get up on stage and clap.
That's right.
I can sing. And, you know, I suppose you can do that with a lot of types of music. But, it just has that nice feel to it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you found it, and it's you obviously connected with your work. So that's
Thanks.
exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Two Cat Kitchen. Doug, we know you're doing a bunch of gigs and everything, but you have some other work that you're doing in addition to that?
Yeah. You know, actually, I'm helping my parents quite a bit with some stuff. Kind of doing some home care and stuff like that. Mom's getting up there in her years, and so I've been spending a lot of time helping them. And we kind of figured, you know, instead of they could hire somebody and come into the house, because they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave the house, or they can, you know, try to throw me a couple bucks here and there. So I'm kind of leaning into that a little bit, as things just seem to change a lot. So right now I've been focused on that. I started as an accountant once upon a time, you know, and that's what Dad did. So I was like, all right, I'm going to be an accountant. And
well, you're writing all those poems in math class now.
Yeah, it's funny. You wouldn't think, yeah, my bad. Yeah, but it's, you know, next thing I knew, I was like, I don't want to do this, at least not right now. I want, maybe I'll come back to it, you know. But I was like, I got to take a break from this. So I did different jobs, moved around a lot, spent a few years out west in Colorado, and did some stuff like that, and worked a lot of odd jobs.
Now you came back. You said you recently moved from Massachusetts to Rhode Island.
I did. Well, I grew up in Mass, and then I moved back from Colorado maybe 6 years ago, and I've been bouncing around New England ever since. But Rhode Island feels like home now. I've been here about a year and a half, and I just love it here so much.
Good.
Great people, great community.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I really don't. It's just like so special. Everybody everybody's so friendly. Everybody supports each other, and
That's great.
yeah, it feels great.
Good.
It feels really nice to be
That's
here.
good.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Glad you found community here.
Thank you.
So that's good news. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's been really a treat. Yeah, I was living up in Maine for a while and working on a farm, vegetable farm.
Oh, yeah.
and I said, this is gonna come in handy someday. I'm gonna want to have a garden or like something,
Sure.
and it just seemed like a fun thing to do. You
Yeah.
know, so I spent the summer up there doing that, and worked on the Appalachian Trail a bit and stuff.
Oh,
That was
cool.
a cool experience. Yeah,
Was that like trail work?
it was working at a hostel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was picking people up in the morning
Yep.
and bringing them back so they could have a day of a 0 day, they call it.
Yeah.
Where you don't do any elevation gain or
Yeah.
anything like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I'd take them to the rope swing. They'd go swimming or bring them to Walmart, and they'd
Yeah.
spend 2 hours in there. And,
Overcoming the shock.
Exactly,
Being
yeah.
around humans. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's
Like,
cool.
what's
So it was it wasn't a place on the trail. It was
it
someplace
was like
near the
15
trail.
minutes from the trail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this giant dome that this guy named White
no
Owl
kidding.
built. Yeah, he did the trail himself, and then when he finished it, he said, "I'm building a hostel." And
Where was this?
this is in a town called Roxbury, Maine.
Oh, wow.
The trail goes through Andover, Maine. Beautiful, beautiful area. The Western Mountains near Bethel, Sunday
Yeah.
River, kind of that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to mention about people might find it kind of interesting. We started a little festival up in Maine. The first year it was in New Hampshire at a place called The Hive, little community up there. But we started this grassroots festival, and we call it GardenFest. And this will be our 4th year coming up. We do it on Labor Day weekend, and all the info is online if you look for GardenFest Festival. But we really just started it. My buddy Nate Jones and Freddie LaRosa, a couple great musicians, and got the idea to call this guy Paul Isaac, who was from Hawaii, a musician from Hawaii. And we thought, hey, I wonder how much it would cost to book an extra show on his tour, you know. And he's already over here, so
Sure.
So Nate made a call and said, hey, can we, yeah, sure. So he found a price that would work for everybody. And once Paul had, thought it was a cool vision, and there's a lot of permaculture and growing your own food and kind of, empowering yourselves, and that's kind of the message of the festival. Paul signed on. Then other people said, "Oh, we want to go see Paul," and we said, "Yeah, and we're going to play there too, right?"
Yeah.
So now we're getting more exposure, and everybody kind of wins.
Yeah.
So it's been a really cool thing that we've been doing.
That's
something
great.
something really special that's been near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
This festival we've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So if people want to look it up again, it's
it's GardenFest. it's
Garden
called.
Fest.
Yeah, GardenFest.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on Labor Day weekend. But
Cool.
GardenFest. It's in the town of Gray, Maine this year.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Great. Yeah.
Not far from Portland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. Garden Fest.
Garden
We'll
Fest,
put
yeah.
a link to some info in
Cool,
our
cool.
show
Yeah.
notes for this episode.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can look at that.
Yeah.
Great.
So one thing we ask everybody here on the Two Cat Kitchen, Doug, is what was your first musical memory or your earliest musical memory?
I love that question. I don't know if mine is, maybe as glorious in some people's eyes as some other stories, but for me it was really like being in the back of my mother's car listening to this tape called Wacky Favorites, and we're talking like stuff from the 50s, because my mom would like drag me around when she had to go do errands or whatever, so I'd be in the back of the car like, can we go to Chuck E. Cheese or something, I'm like, oh, listen to this Disco Duck song, what the heck, but she would just play these songs, and I think it was just like kind of got embedded in my mind without me realizing it. I'm like, I might as well listen to it and try to enjoy it, and I did. I did. I have great memories of that. But I think that's where it started. I think she planted the seed there, and then it's never gone away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, do you
Yeah.
you say you spend time with your parents now? Do
Yeah.
they get to see you perform?
They do. Yeah.
Oh, that's
occasionally.
great.
Yeah. They'll
That's-
come out. Yeah.
I bet they really enjoy that.
I think they do.
Yeah.
They seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
They've always, encouraged me and supported me to follow my dreams and things, while also saying, hey, you should have a, don't quit your day job sort of thing, which I think is fair. You know, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So, the fact that it's like working out where I'm, doing gigs now and playing professionally and earning a little bit of money is pretty great. I think we're all happy to see that.
That's great.
House. Yeah.
Good. Wacky Disco Duck, was it?
Wacky favorites.
Wacky favorites.
Thank you, Wacky Favorites. I'd like to shake that guy's hand, whoever made it.
We'll have to
Probably
check
find a bootleg somewhere.
check that out.
I should get that from Mom.
There you go.
All right. Well, we'll be right back here on the Two Cat Kitchen. Doug, you have a song for us tonight?
I do, yeah.
What do you have?
I'd love to share a couple original tunes. I wrote this one maybe 5 years ago. So it's called Trying Times. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Cool. All right, let's do it. These are trying times, you are not alone. You can always call a friend. So when life gets to you, let it bring out the best in you, and take the first step to make a change. When you fight for peace inside yourself, it spreads throughout all of those you meet that hide themselves and need the help. It's a better world with you and me in community, but things will stay the same unless you do your part. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da. Just find your song and sing along. My song goes la da da, la da 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 da. Won't you sing with me and we'll free our minds? Love the good and learn to also love the bad. 'Cause life is short but we are here. And learn to trust yourself. You will find a way to make it through your rainy days. Keep your conscience clear to find the light throughout the night. Remain conscious here. Your heart will grow the more you know. Do not hide your pain. Deal with it and heal from it. There's a better way. Embrace your life each day. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da la da 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 da. Da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Respect yourself and grow. Ease your troubled mind. For nothing else will bring you peace. And if you do not change, then life will slip away. Just one more heart without a home. No one else can be the love that you are looking for. You're alive and free. Nobody here could ask for more. Live your life, my friend. You can do anything and be anyone. What do you really want to do? There's nobody stopping you but yourself. So you could do anything you want to. If you set your mind to it and give it all you've got, eventually dreams do come true. There's no better way to live your life.
All right, Doug. Well, this is the part of the program where we talk to our guest about their recipe. So we understand that you brought something for us tonight.
I got something I'm excited to share with everyone. I learned about this at the South Kingstown Farmers Market.
Excellent.
Now, the woman's name escapes me, but she's very kind, and she offers, like grass-fed meats and pasture-raised chicken and things like that. And she told me about this recipe for chicken wings.
Oh, cool.
And I'm saying, well, I love chicken wings. Great. I got some good chicken here, some healthy chicken.
Yep.
I'll give it a try. And after I had it, I was like, no, those are the best chicken wings I've ever made for sure. And maybe
kidding.
the best I've ever had, right?
Yeah.
So, so the recipe stuck with me, and I make it fairly regularly now. So I'll just get into it. If anybody wants to give it a try.
Yeah, sounds great.
Pretty much what you do is you get the chicken wings. The first step is to put them in the oven 45 minutes at 375. Just no sauce, nothing. Just put the chicken wings right in there, and that pulls the fat out, I guess. So I kind of try to save everything. So I actually put it in a bowl, and at the end I put it back over it. But with that'll pull the fat out, and you set that aside, get rid of it, whatever you want to do, and then you put the sauce on, and you put it back in for 20 minutes after. And the reason you do that, I guess, it helps the sauce stick once you have that fat removed. So that was a nice little trick that was new to me. So for the sauce, you basically do a 2-to-1 brown sugar to soy sauce or coconut aminos or whatever you want to use. So it's half a cup brown sugar, quarter cup of soy sauce, 2-to-1 ratio, and then garlic, ginger, and maple syrup. And for those ratios, I just chop it up. I just look at it. I do it by taste. Chopped garlic, chopped ginger, and syrup with the brown sugar and the soy sauce. And you stir that around. So chicken wings, 45 minutes at 375. Drain the fat. Pour that homemade sauce on there and put them back in the oven. Again, 375 for about 20 more minutes. And they come out sticky and sweet and delicious. And I think people are really going to like it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I heard, music and food together in the same conversation, and I couldn't say no.
That's right. You got it.
I'm here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that sounds excellent.
2 of my favorites.
And it's got our prerequisite spice garlic. I think garlic.
Can't go wrong with that.
Other than a dessert, it has to pretty much travel with everything around here.
Yeah,
in
right
the Two
on.
Cat Kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. I love
that's
it.
great. Excellent.
Yeah.
Now I know you used this on their good quality wings.
Yeah.
Which was available from that particular farm, I guess, right?
Yeah. I wish.
Is there any trick to if someone's looking for wings in a market? Say, is there any trick to getting good wings, or are all wings pretty much the same? I guess I would get organic. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a good idea.
Seems like a good idea. Yeah.
Well, you got to feel good about the wings.
But I don't
You
know.
gotta feel good about it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's organic chicken is better than.
I don't know. I don't know as far as the sauce sticking to it or flavor. Or anything.
I guess maybe a wing is a wing.
A wing is a wing.
Probably.
Cage-free.
Cage-free.
Cage-free wings.
Yeah.
Or if the chicken's been hanging out at a gym, you're going to get some damn big wings.
Yeah. Right.
Not as much fat on those
No.
wings.
Right.
Yeah. Big wings.
All right.
good.
Well, that's great. That sounds like
thanks,
I'm
Doug.
going to try that,
All
definitely.
right. I hope you
So,
do it. Yeah.
I like the
Thanks for
sticky
bringing
wings.
that to the Two Cat Kitchen.
Definitely.
All right, Doug. So you have another tune for us. Why don't you tell us about it?
All right. This one's a bit newer. I wrote it a couple months ago. And a friend of mine that's trying to write some music himself. He's just got poetry at this point. And so he sent me some of his poetry.
Oh, nice.
And I put some chords to it and kind of, put a little bit of my verbiage in there too, and kind of ended up with this song. So I've
Excellent.
been having fun playing it.
Sounds like a collaboration.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
what's the name of this one?
This one's called Be the Change.
Be the Change.
You know what? No, we're going to change that. It's called Hello Joy. That's what
Hello
we call
Joy.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Let's
right.
hear it. Thanks, Doug.
All right, cool. Thanks, Dave. We don't need nothing to get our lives right. Start living today. Enjoy your life, good or bad. Energy's made to move and vibrate, pure flow through you. Sweeter than honey, That's the loving we bring, better than money. No need to question a thing. The beats, the tribe, the things that keep me alive. Love overflowing, no need to keep it inside. Just need my people, they keep me on the road. Let my mind relax, completely release control and trust the process. I say that I do, afraid of the light, afraid of what I can do. No light, no darkness, it's all made up in our mind. Go now, be fearless, and see what you can find. Better than dreaming, a world of wonder for you. It's like a fairy tale, except it's finally true. There is nothing we can't do when we work together. So go ahead and try something new. Let's make a change for the better. Let's make a better world for every boy and girl. No more waiting. Can't you see love is here now? Release the past and take a good look around. Hope and abundance, far as the eye can see. Why are you crying when you can set yourself free? It's up to you now. You're creating the path. There are no wrong turns. Keep going, don't look back. Open your heart. You're no longer a boy. Thank you, sadness. Hello, joy. Hello, joy. Hello, joy. Hello, joy.
And now it's time for Two Cat Theater. It's the conclusion of the radio play Raton Rojo. Have you been following along?
I've been a little behind lately.
Okay, well, you'll have to catch up before you hear this last episode because it's a humdinger, let me tell you.
I can't wait.
And, you know, if you think the first few episodes are confusing, wait till you hear this one.
Woo!
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Two Cat Theater with your host, LaRue. Tonight, the exciting conclusion of Raton Rojo, featuring intrigue, deception, and redemption. When we last left Private Investigator Leon Spanky LaRue, he had come into possession of the Raton Rojo, a priceless statue sought after by several nefarious characters, as well as the authorities. Soon after taking possession of the rodent figure, Spanky received a garbled phone call from Lenore Fellini, a questionable character also in pursuit of the Raton, who directed him to a mysterious address. Raton Rojo, Episode 3. Our story continues at a nearby bus terminal.
One of the best inventions ever. The storage locker. 60 cents for up to 72 hours. This should make sure nobody gets that ratto until I'm ready. Now off to check that address.
In the neighborhood of 221 Angora.
Let's see. It's got to be around here somewhere. 212, 228, 223. Ah, here it is. 221 Angora. An empty lot. Should have known. Looks like someone let the cat out of the bag and onto the roof. Guess there's nothing else to do but call it a day.
Back outside Spanky's apartment.
Looking forward to a warm bowl. Hey, who's this? If I'm not mistaken, some shady character is camped out on the doorway to my building. Can't seem to tell who it is. You know what they say, all cats are grey at night. Put a lid on it. Oh, if it isn't the lovely Miss Lenore. Or should I say, Harry.
Take it easy, Spanky. I was just waiting for you.
Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Well, I noticed you weren't waiting on 221 Angora. You sent me on a wild goose chase.
What? Oh, that. I can explain. Let's go inside where it's more comfortable.
Sure. After you.
If it isn't the esteemed Mr. Spanky, we knew you'd find your way here eventually.
Well, it is my apartment after all.
Yes, there is that. Good to see you as well, Lenore.
Leave me alone.
Hairball, search Mr. Spanky.
What are we looking for, boss?
Well, not the Eiffel Tower for one. How about any weapons our honored guests might have concealed?
Nah, he's clean.
I've got your statue, the famous Mojo Rojo. That's what you're looking for.
The Raton Rojo? Yes, we'll get to that in good time. But first, where is the statue?
Time moves quickly around here. I've got the goods, but first, we had a deal.
Yes, of course, the deal. I have the 10 grand, which I'm prepared to send your way if you provide the statue. And the girl stays with you.
Wait a minute. It was 25 grand, and you take the girl.
I do seem to recall something of our initial negotiations. We might be willing to take Miss Lenore off your hands, but it will cost you. Our offer is $10,000, and we take the girl.
Wait a minute, boss. We don't want...
Yeah, wait a minute. Who says I'm going with either of you?
You mean there's a chance you might disappear on your own?
No way, I wouldn't trust her. She's as conceited as a barber's cat.
Oh, shut up, Mew. You don't know what you're talking about.
Enough of this. We wasted enough time here. 10 grand is our final offer. Take it or leave it.
I might be open to your deal, but I'll need someone to turn over to the police for the murders of Stig and Bartholomew. a full cut, so to speak.
Hey, wait a minute. There's no way I'm taking the rap for that.
Yes, now that I think about it, you wouldn't make a good scapegoat for the murders, since you probably actually committed them.
Hold on, just a minute.
Yeah, he's right. How about Freddy here?
Excellent idea.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Hey!
Now, Mr. LaRue, if you will fulfill your end of the agreement.
Our story continues inside Spanky's apartment.
Wait a minute. Hey, boss, I think he's trying to pull a fast one.
Hold your mices, Hairball. I'm sure Mr. LaRue wouldn't try to double-cross us.
You want the statue, right? Well, I'm calling my personal secretary, and she'll bring the figure.
I see. Well, just to be sure, I'll make the call. Go ahead and dial. I'll do the talking. And what might be your secretary's name?
It's Effie Purdy. She'll know where it is.
Ah, yes, Miss Purdy. I'm here with your employer. He'd like you to retrieve the statue and bring it to his apartment. What's that? She says to tell you to go stick your head in the sand.
But give me that! Purdy, that's right. Quit your yowling and listen. Get the statue and bring it to my apartment. No, now! What's that? No way. All right, you win, but just this once. And don't spill any like you did last time.
What was that all about? Is she bringing a statue?
Best secretary I ever had. Yeah, she'll be here with your Raton Rojo.
Raton Rojo. Well, she better make it quick.
Yeah, quick.
Shut up, Hairball.
Ah, right on time.
Just a minute, Liverpuss. Johnny, go see who it is. We don't want any funny stuff.
You bet, boss.
What I tell you, I knew she'd come through. Here it is. Although, I'm not sure why everyone's making such a fuss about it.
I'll be the judge of that. Very interesting. Yes, I see. No, this just won't do, Mr. LaRue. Let me remind you that we do not take kindly to having the fur pulled over our eyes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've delivered your statue.
You delivered a statue, but it's not the Raton Rojo.
Looks like it to me, boss.
Shut up, Hairball, it's a fake.
I don't know nothing about no fake. I got the statue directly from the captain of the Pearly Homer, Captain Nibs or whatever his name was. In his dying words, he said it was the Raton Rojo.
I see. So Whiskers must have been duped into thinking this was the original, or perhaps he was pulling a double cross, but I guess we'll never know.
Hey, boss, how'd you know it's a fake?
Ah, yes, well, the craftsmanship is definitely not up to par, which is obvious due to a trained eye such as mine. And there's this. Take a look under a magnifying glass.
It's a little hard to see. Ah, here it is. It says copyright Parker Brothers.
Yeah, it's a game piece from their Tiddlywinks board game, first released in 1888.
Hey, it's Mew. He's got loose.
He's getting away. After him, you idiots.
Too late, he got away.
That is unfortunate, but no great loss, given the most recent turn of events. Hairball and I will be embarking on a voyage to Istanbul to continue our quest for the Rojo. Mr. Spanky, we respectfully invite you to join us.
Thanks, but no thanks. I've a few loose ends to tie up here.
As you wish. Meanwhile, I trust you will not be tempted to interfere in any way with our mission, if you know what's good for you.
I've made my career out of not knowing what's good for me.
Yes, I see. Well, maybe we should take Miss Lenore with us as insurance.
Ah! What?
Go ahead. Good riddance.
Yes, well, on second thought, maybe not. We will bid you both a good day.
A few moments later...
Yeah, LaRue here. Let me speak to Lieutenant Bibby. Bibby! Yeah, that's right. Look, there's a couple characters you might be interested in becoming acquainted with. Heading to the docks to take the next freighter bound for Istanbul. No, Istanbul, not Constantinople. Yeah, well, let's just say they're involved in some type of international smuggling operation. That's right. None other than Fat Cat Purdy and his evil hench cats, Johnny Hairball and Freddie Mew. Well, maybe not Mew, but the other two will be there. No, I can't help you with that. I'm no closer to figuring out than I was before. Don't mention it. Just keep me in mind next time they hand out the next Model Catizen Award.
You gave them up, you dirty double-crosser.
Yeah, well, they deserved it. You notice I didn't squeal on you, though. At least not yet. In return, I want answers. What happened with Stig and Bartholomew?
I told you, I don't know anything about it.
That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you killed Bartholomew because he was getting too close to your little secret. Yeah, that's what I think. Then you killed Stig to cover it up. Or was it the other way around? No matter. Admit it. Admit your fanatical feline plot.
All right. I'll admit it. I had to do it. If I come clean, will you help me get out of here?
Depends on what's in it for me.
You gotta help me, Spanky. You're my last hope.
Let's hear it. Spill the milk.
All right. I did it. I killed them both. I had to do it. It was the only way I could get the alley cat off my back.
Come on in, it's open. I'd like to help you, but I'm afraid it's too late. You had your chance, and I'm afraid you'll have to pay the piper. Well, if it isn't my old friend Bippy and his sidekick. Come on in, gentlemen. I think you know Miss Swink, a.k.a. Lenore Fellini, a.k.a. who knows what else. I trust you heard a confession. She's all yours.
Take her away, Caldus.
Thanks a lot, Spanky, you dirty rat. I'll get you for this.
It's Mr. LaRue to you, and I don't think so. Not where you're going. I guess we owe you one, Spanky. But you're not totally in the clear. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe this will help my case. Exhibit A, the Raton Rojo. Sort of.
Well, pretty impressive. What do you mean, sort of?
It's a fake. The thing that schemes are made of. I'll explain on our way.
On our way where?
On our way to the Two Cat Cafe. I hear they have a fine kettle of fish there.
If you find yourself at the end of the day with nowhere to go and nothing to say. Pack up your troubles and make your way to the Two Cat Cafe. If your luck's run out and you're feeling kind of blue, well, without a doubt, here's the thing you should do. Head on down without delay to the Two Cat Cafe. Take out mouse meat pie and a catnip side that'll satisfy your every desire. And a 4-alarm chili with a special sauce that'll set your socks on fire. Now it's Friday night and you got some dough. Won't you head on down where the cool cats go? Get a fish enchilada and a mouse souffle at the Two Cat Cafe.
This concludes our presentation of the Raton Rojo. Be sure to join us next time for another exciting story at Two Cat Theater.
Well, this big nose Benny and his boo-boo kitty. Her name is Maxine LaRue. When the joint gets hopping down to Two Cat City, they know just what to do. Now it's Friday night and you got some dough. Won't you head on down where the cool cats go? Get a fish enchilada and a mouse souffle at the Two Cat Cafe. Won't you come on down where the cool cats play at the Two Cat Cafe? Ha! That's what I'm talking about.
That's all we have time for in this episode of The Two Cat Kitchen.
We'd like to thank our musical guest, Doug Wilder.
And the cast of the Two Cat Theater, Dewni, Weerakkody, Willem, Conley, and Jeff Tabor.
Be sure to join us next time, right here at the Two Cat Kitchen.
The Two and